They check all of your interior components, your door locks, your window operation. They'll check all of the exterior lights on your vehicle, so license plates, tail lights, brake lights, and headlight. They check all the fluids, the brake fluid, the power steering fluid.
When I first visited Japan, I couldn't help but notice something strange. Every car on the road looked brand new, even the ones that were over 20 years old. Curious, I asked a local mechanic how it was possible that their vehicles aged so gracefully, while, in most other countries, cars begin to fall apart after just a few years. He smiled and said something I'll never forget. "We don't drive machines. We raise them." That phrase completely changed the way I looked at car care. In Japan, owning a vehicle isn't about getting from point A to point B. It's about a relationship built on consistency and respect. Every sound, every vibration, every smell tells a story, and the Japanese pay attention to all of it. So today, we'll explore 15 hidden habits that make Japanese cars last seemingly forever. Each one is simple, practical, and shockingly effective. Number 15. The morning engine ritual. While most people rush to start their cars and hit the road immediately, the Japanese believe in what they call the engine wake-up. It's not about idling for 15 minutes wasting fuel. It's about giving your car just a moment to breathe. They start the engine, wait a few seconds for the oil to circulate, and then drive gently for the first few kilometers. No harsh acceleration, no sudden stops. This helps the internal components expand evenly and reduces long-term wear. A Tokyo engineer once told me, "Treat your car like an athlete. Let it warm up before the race." That mindset is why even economy cars in Japan can hit 500,000 kilometers without a single engine rebuild. It's patience turned into performance. Number 14. Oil change by condition, not calendar. While drivers around the world tend to follow whatever the manual says, or worse, delay oil changes to save a few bucks, the Japanese have a different rule. Listen to the engine, not the paper. Instead of changing oil strictly by mileage, they adjust based on how the car is driven. A vehicle used in constant stop-and-go traffic gets its oil changed more often than one cruising on open highways. They also avoid waiting until the oil turns pitch black, knowing that once it loses its viscosity, damage begins. A veteran mechanic from Kyoto put it this way: "Oil is blood. You don't wait for your blood to turn bad before you act." That philosophy may sound intense, but it's the foundation of why Japanese engines run smoother for decades. Number 13. Weekly fluid check. The car's health routine. In most parts of the world, people only open their car's hood when something goes wrong. But in Japan, checking under the hood is as common as checking if there's milk in the fridge. Every week, Japanese car owners spend just a few minutes inspecting vital fluids: coolant, brake fluid, transmission fluid, and even windshield washer levels. They don't rely on warning lights because they know sensors can fail. Instead, they trust their eyes and their discipline. This habit prevents small issues from becoming major disasters. A drop in coolant today could mean a blown head gasket tomorrow, but only if you ignore it. A mechanic from Nagoya once told me, 9 out of 10 breakdowns start with something someone didn't bother to check. In Japan, that kind of negligence simply doesn't exist. The car gets treated like a living being that needs regular checkups, and that's exactly why it rarely gets sick. Number 12. Replace parts before they fail. In many countries, we wait until a part breaks before replacing it. The belt snaps, the water pump leaks, the alternator dies, and then we act. The Japanese do the opposite. They replace parts before they fail. This philosophy may seem expensive, but it's the complete opposite in the long run. Preventive replacement is their version of insurance. Timing belts, tensioners, gaskets, and batteries get swapped at fixed intervals, even if they seem fine. A Tokyo garage owner once said, "It's better to replace a working part than to rebuild an engine." By avoiding breakdowns, they save both time and money, not to mention frustration. And since they use genuine parts, their cars maintain factory-level performance year after year. That mindset of fix before failure is why you can still see 1990s Toyotas cruising through Osaka traffic like they rolled off the showroom yesterday. Number 11. Detailed inspections every 10,000 kilometers. In Japan, car maintenance isn't just about oil changes, it's about thorough inspection. Every 10,000 kilometers, the Japanese perform what they call a complete body check. This isn't a quick glance at the engine or a casual tire kick. It's a methodical review of every component, down to the smallest screw. Mechanics and even regular owners check the tightness of bolts, the elasticity of hoses, the insulation of wires, and the condition of rubber mounts that absorb vibration. To them, a single loose bolt can cause a chain reaction of failures. There's an old saying among Japanese mechanics, "A loose screw can kill an engine." That might sound dramatic, but it's true. Vibration from one neglected part can lead to leaks, cracks, and full-blown system damage. Foreigners often find this level of precision excessive, but this is exactly the type of discipline that lets Japanese cars reach unimaginable mileage without major failures. In Japan, every inspection is an act of prevention, not reaction. Number 10. The reset ritual for the car's brain. When a warning light appears on the dashboard in most countries, people panic and rush to the workshop. But in Japan, the first step isn't fear, it's logic. They often perform what's known as an ECU reset before doing anything else. By disconnecting the battery for a few minutes, they let the car's central computer reboot itself. Just like a phone or laptop, an engine control unit can accumulate false readings or temporary glitches. A reset clears them and allows the system to recalibrate to normal behavior. This trick, simple as it sounds, fixes countless minor electronic issues, from rough idling to false check engine lights, without any costly diagnostics. A mechanic in Yokohama once said that almost 40% of electrical complaints he receives disappear after this reset. It's not a magic fix, but a practical step that prevents unnecessary part replacements. The Japanese understand that before spending money, it's better to give the car's brain a moment to breathe and start fresh. Number 9. Cleaning electrical connectors, the hidden lifeline. One of the most overlooked causes of car trouble is something you can't even see: dirty or corroded electrical connectors. In many countries, mechanics ignore them until a major issue appears. But in Japan, this is part of routine care. Every few months, Japanese car owners or technicians clean the electrical connectors connected to sensors, coils, and control units. Why? Because they know that a tiny bit of corrosion or moisture can interrupt the entire electrical system, causing false readings, flickering lights, or even engine misfires. A technician in Osaka once showed me how a simple cleaning of a rusted connector brought a dead ABS system back to life. No parts replaced, no big bill, just attention to detail. They also apply a light layer of dielectric grease afterward to prevent oxidation, especially in humid regions. It's a small, invisible act, but it's one of the most powerful secrets behind Japan's long-lasting cars. In their eyes, clean connectors mean a clear communication path between the car's brain and its body, and that harmony keeps everything running perfectly. Number 8. Throttle body cleaning and calibration. When an engine begins to idle roughly or loses acceleration power, most people suspect major issues: clogged injectors, weak fuel pumps, or worn-out valves. In Japan, the first step is much simpler: clean and recalibrate the throttle body. Over time, carbon buildup and oil residue can block the throttle body's airflow, confusing the car's sensors and making the engine struggle. Japanese mechanics clean this part regularly, not after a breakdown, but as scheduled maintenance. Once cleaned, they recalibrate it using electronic tools or onboard settings so that the ECU recognizes the exact idle position again. The result is smoother acceleration, stable idling, and better fuel economy. This small act can restore a car's performance almost instantly. A Kyoto mechanic once compared it to teaching your car how to breathe again. In Western countries, people often replace entire throttle assemblies unnecessarily. In Japan, they just clean, reset, and keep going, saving thousands while keeping the original parts alive for decades. Number 7. Regular MAF sensor cleaning, keeping the car's breath pure. The mass airflow EMAF sensor is one of the most critical, yet ignored, components in a car. It measures how much air enters the engine so that the ECU can inject the perfect amount of fuel. But even the smallest dust particle or oil mist can distort that reading. In most countries, drivers don't even know this sensor exists until a check engine light appears. In Japan, however, cleaning the MAF is part of routine maintenance. Mechanics and even DIY car owners use a special sensor-safe spray every few months to remove microscopic buildup from the sensor's wire or plate. This simple act restores accurate readings, smooth engine idling, and optimal fuel efficiency. A dirty MAF can make an engine consume 20% more fuel and wear out components prematurely. But a clean one keeps everything running like clockwork. A veteran from Kyoto told me, "Cleaning the MAF is like wiping your glasses. Once you see clearly, everything works better." That clarity keeps Japanese engines whisper quiet and remarkably efficient, even after hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Number 6. Injector cleaning, the secret to a perfect burn. While many countries treat injector cleaning as a big garage job requiring complex machines, in Japan, it's just another part of regular self-maintenance. Instead of waiting for clogged injectors to ruin performance, Japanese drivers prevent buildup before it starts. They frequently use high-quality fuel additives designed to clean injectors while driving. These additives dissolve carbon deposits, ensuring each injector sprays fuel in a perfect mist. Mechanics often go one step further by using portable pressurized cleaners that connect directly to the fuel rail, cleaning injectors without removing them. Quick, efficient, and inexpensive. This constant prevention keeps engines burning fuel evenly, reducing strain on pistons, valves, and spark plugs. It also maintains excellent mileage and low emissions. A mechanic in Sapporo once said, "Engines don't die from use. They die from dirt." By keeping injectors spotless, the Japanese make sure their engines eat clean, breathe clean, and live long. A small effort that adds years to a car's life. Number 5. Ground cable maintenance, the silent protector. Few car owners outside Japan even think about their vehicle's ground cables. but the Japanese treat them like sacred lifelines. These cables connect the car's battery and body to the engine and electrical systems, allowing current to flow smoothly. When corrosion or looseness appears, strange problems begin. Weak starts, flickering lights, false error codes, even transmission issues. In Japan, checking and cleaning these cables is a regular ritual. Mechanics detach the grounding points, polish the metal surfaces with a brush, and reattach them tightly with a protective layer of dielectric or anti-corrosion grease. Some even install extra grounding wires to improve electrical conductivity throughout the vehicle. A mechanic from Yokohama once explained, "Most electrical ghosts vanish when the ground is clean." He wasn't exaggerating. Many issues that cost thousands to fix elsewhere, like ECU replacements or sensor failures, are often solved in Japan with a 5-minute cleaning. This careful attention to grounding keeps current stable, sensors accurate, and the entire electrical system healthy. It's one of those invisible habits that makes Japanese cars feel mysteriously more reliable. Because, in reality, it's just disciplined care done right. Number 4. Extreme battery care, treating the heart of the car right. In many parts of the world, a car battery is forgotten until the day the car won't start. But in Japan, the battery is seen as the heart of the machine. And like any heart, it's checked and maintained regularly. The first rule? Never let it die. When Japanese owners know they won't use their car for weeks, they disconnect the terminals or attach a battery maintainer that keeps the charge stable. They also clean terminals frequently and coat them with protective grease to stop oxidation. Many even monitor voltage at home using a small digital meter or an OBD device that syncs with a smartphone app. If the reading drops slightly, they recharge it slowly rather than waiting for it to fail completely. This patient approach doubles battery life. While most batteries last 3 to 5 years elsewhere, it's common for Japanese drivers to use the same one for 8 or more. And here's the key insight. A stable battery protects every electronic component, from sensors to ECUs, ensuring smooth startups and error-free operation. When asked why they go to such lengths, one driver smiled and said, "If the heart is healthy, the body never complains." That simple wisdom keeps Japanese cars alive far longer than anyone expects. Number 3. Cooling system discipline, the guardian of engine life. Ask any Japanese mechanic what kills engines the fastest, and they'll give you one word: heat. Overheating, even for a few minutes, can warp metal, destroy gaskets, and ruin years of perfect performance. That's why, in Japan, the cooling system is treated with the same seriousness as the engine itself. Coolant isn't just topped up when it looks low, it's replaced on schedule. They never mix brands or types of coolant, and they use only high-quality formulas suited to their specific engines. Radiator hoses are inspected for cracks, the water pump for leaks, and thermostats are replaced before they fail, not after. Japanese mechanics also clean radiators externally, removing dust, insects, and debris that block airflow, a habit rarely seen elsewhere. It's a 5-minute job that keeps the engine temperature stable and prevents catastrophic overheating. A master technician in Fukuoka told me, "Engines don't die from old age, they die from heat and neglect." And that's exactly why cars in Japan, even after decades, still run at the same temperature and smoothness as the day they were built. Number 2. Air conditioning maintenance, beyond comfort. While many car owners think of air conditioning as a comfort feature, The Japanese see it as part of the car's vital systems. Their logic is simple. A clean, efficient AC system keeps both the driver and the vehicle healthy. Regularly, they replace cabin filters, clean the evaporator, and disinfect ducts to ensure smooth airflow. But it doesn't stop there. They also check refrigerant pressure and compressor performance. Why? Because a dirty or inefficient AC system makes the compressor work harder, putting extra strain on the engine and reducing fuel efficiency. Japanese workshops also wash the condenser coils located in front of the radiator to improve cooling efficiency, something almost no one else does. This keeps engine temperatures lower, cabin air cleaner, and the entire climate control system lasting for years without failures. As one Tokyo garage owner explained, comfort isn't luxury, it's part of performance. By keeping the air system clean, they protect the entire vehicle from heat stress and humidity damage. It's yet another example of how the Japanese see car maintenance as total harmony, not isolated parts. Number 1, the philosophy of respect, treating the car like family. At the heart of all these Japanese habits lies one powerful truth. Their cars last longer not because of special technology, but because of a special mindset. In Japan, a car is never seen as just a machine. It's a trusted companion, a part of the family, something that deserves gratitude and respect. Every small act, from warming the engine gently in the morning to cleaning the connectors, checking fluids, or parking carefully, is done with purpose. It's not mechanical maintenance, it's emotional maintenance. This philosophy comes from the same cultural roots that value precision, cleanliness, and mindfulness in everyday life. A mechanic from Hiroshima once told me, "When I fix a car, I bow to it first, because it's about to carry someone's life again." That deep respect for the vehicle transforms every owner into a caretaker rather than just a driver. This is why Japanese cars outlive their owners, why their engines still purr after 500,000 kilometers, and why their interiors remain spotless after decades. The real secret isn't found in the factory. It's found in the way they think. If there's one lesson to take from Japan's remarkable car culture, it's this: longevity isn't luck. It's built, maintained, and nurtured through consistency. The Japanese don't wait for something to break. They prevent it from breaking. They don't react to problems. They anticipate them. Their secret isn't an expensive gadget or a hidden formula. It's a philosophy. Small, consistent actions done with care and patience. Whether it's cleaning a sensor, tightening a screw, or simply driving gently, each act adds another 1,000 kilometers of life to the car. Anyone, anywhere, can adopt these habits. You don't need to live in Japan or drive a Japanese brand. You just need to shift your mindset, to treat your car not as an object you own, but as a partner you rely on. Do that, and one day, when your odometer quietly crosses 1,000,000 kilometers, you'll realize you've unlocked the same secret the Japanese have known for decades. Respect, routine, reliability. That's the true Japanese trick.